The 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Memphis Grizzlies. And for Memphis, just one win over the last 7 games. They're not happy with how they're playing, looking to make amends tonight. And Russell Westbrook last year going on a triple-double rampage over the back half of the season. Is he, in your mind, Shaq, the most exciting player to watch?
Well, he's the biggest triple-double threat at the guard position in some time. I can't think of a player who reminds me of him at this point, but this guy plays with a reckless abandon.
He's your athletic Lafayette Lever. Tell you, that's a name from the past.
Fat Lever, yeah.
Yeah, but I'll tell you.
Fat had a few triple-doubles.
Triple-doubles, man, but he's not athletic like Russell Westbrook. He was the most dynamic guy I've seen. You actually called me earlier today. Well, when you heard my phone ringing earlier,
yeah.
That was him calling me, letting me know that, he's going to do more this year. His dad from the L.A. area, man, he's ready. He's ready this year. They told me.
I'm very close to believing that he called you.
Okay.
That wraps it up. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you later.
Name dropper.
The Grizzlies look to take charge at the FedEx Forum, and we're going to bring it to you live from Memphis, Tennessee. The Thunder made a special trip here for one game, back in Oklahoma City for the next one. And, of course, Victor Oladipo. He really fits into what his new teammates are all about.
And speaking of the trade, I spoke to him earlier, and he's very excited about getting a fresh start with his new team. He thinks he'll be able to get them to that next level.
And this team takes on an entirely different look when he's on the floor. I mean, you've got to believe it's going to improve them by leaps and bounds.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Russell Westbrook out there with Oladipo. And it's Durant. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Adams in at the power forward. Now here is Conley. Dishes it to Allen. It's stolen by Oladipo. Shot is off. Good work defensively by Conley. And Victor Oladipo, after a solid rookie campaign, really took it up a notch last season, even after missing Clark the first 9 games with that facial fracture.
I love this kid's gravitas. I mean, he's got a presence about him. His percentages improved across the board, field goal, 3-point free throws. And I like his work ethic and his...
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Allen outside. There's the pick. To the left wing. Conley into the lane. The Thunder pull it in. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
And this, the first of 3 games these two teams will play against one another this season.
Yeah, these are 2 rival teams that will see each other a fair amount this season. We'll see which team can tip it off with a win.
They double-team Conley to the paint. Gasol dishes to Allen. And Oladipo pulls it down. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And Victor Oladipo with the elite athleticism and versatility to be a perennial all-star. We've seen the second-year phenom line up as a 1. He's played off guard. He's even played a little small forward in his time in the league.
And he has that quickness, length, and power combo to be a lockdown defender at all of those positions as well. So that's why he was the co-defensive player of the year coming out of college.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Parsons for 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
You know, back to Oladipo, he has a tremendously quick first step. Then his second in the slam dunk contest to Zach LaVine.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Last season, Memphis fell late and would end up with the 5th seed in the NBA playoffs. Only 1 of 2 teams to make the playoffs each of the last 5 seasons, along with the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, and they were a team that nobody wanted to play. Memphis drew Portland in that first round, and even though they were the 5th seed, they had home court advantage.
The first free throw is good.
You know, guys, Memphis walks through the first round against Portland. The second round, a lot tougher against Golden State. They went up 2-1 in that series, but couldn't hold on to that lead.
And he makes both free throws.
And, guys, Memphis would lose 2 of their 3 games at home against Golden State. So things got tough with the Conley injury and missing Tony Allen as well. But they did put up a good fight, ultimately, though, falling in 6 games to the Warriors. And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when the team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad. Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one.
Conley kicks to Randolph. Feeds it to Gasol. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Durant with a screen on Conley. Westbrook passes to Durant. Inside, here's Adams. Here's Cantor. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Gasol kicks to Allen. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Now the dish to Cantor, and that one's good.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Randolph a screen. Conley dishes to Gasol. Randolph passes to Conley. And he uses the glass on the layup.
That's a heads-up play there on offense. The pump fake cleared the way for the nice layup.
Oklahoma City leading by 4. Now, here's Oladipo. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Boston.
And equally as impressive, the playmaking. Just sensational. The way he was seeing the court and making the game easy for his teammates.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg. Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
And that one's good. And that's 10 points for Kevin Durant.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Adams against Gasol. Parsons for three. That one goes. Count. Parsons got 6 points.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoff.
Westbrook kicks to Durant. No good on the triple. The Grizzlies trail by 5. No one near Conley as he lets it go. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley. With a break in the action, let's see which teams have come away with the most steals in the NBA this season. In third, the Thunder.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals. And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Thunder. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And no doubt in my mind, the overriding factor in that game was their huge edge on the backboard.
Yeah, the level of energy they had, guys, in the win wasn't matched by their opponents, and that rebounding difference, I think, was indicative of that.
Memphis ends up going with the new group. The Thunder leading by 5. Payne with it. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot. You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounce ability.
And Waiters has it in the corner. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
You know, I don't like to use the word shock, but that was a shocking result for me. Nobody saw that one coming. To lose to that team was surprising enough, but to get blown out like that.
I know. I mean, I'm with you there. It just seemed as though they were sleepwalking their way through that entire game. It was, in my estimation, just inexcusable.
And guys, Dion Waiters is a man who has never met a shot he didn't like. Despite shooting less than 40% from the field last season, he just kept on shooting. Now, every once in a while, he'd get hot and it would look good. But when he's off, which was most of the time, it didn't look very good. He's got to improve shot selection and shot discipline.
Both free throws good for Waiters. Ray, getting back to Waiters, there's a reason the Cavaliers dealt the former 4th overall pick in the draft. Not only did he shoot poorly, but Clark, he averaged less than 2 assists a game.
Yeah, I think it's a mindset adjustment with Waiters. I've loved his talent and his ability to make plays and shots. Now he just has to recalibrate his thinking so he can be effective in the role he's asked to play.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on D.
Here's the pick. Payne passes to Collins. And it's right, sending it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. Here's Roberson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Oh, my goodness. That's like temporary insanity right there.
Do you think he realizes we've actually got a game, a serious game taking place here? I have my doubts, partner.
Green, the screen. Stevenson dishes to Green. To the inside. And the dunk by Wright.
Fantastic dunk, and he decided to hang around up there for a while, Kevin.
Well, maybe, he didn't want to land awkwardly. I don't know.
Oh, guys, come on. He's up there posing. He's posing for the photographers. That's all that's about.
Raiders against Stevenson. And Roberson kicks to Payne. There's the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City moving it around. And watching Nick Collison, he makes all the hustle plays, all the little plays, the things that really will not show up in a score sheet, stat sheet. For over a decade, he's had that role and embraced it.
And Kevin, the other thing he does as a veteran is a coach knows what he's going to get. He doesn't make the mistakes that some players make. And while he's not going to be a great scorer in the post or a high-flying rim protector, his game really is built on intelligence and toughness. And so positioning for charges, making open mid-range jump shots, all the unsung things that help a team win games.
On the topic of Nick Collison's shooting, last season was his only real setback. Only shot 42% after having a career 54% shooting percentage. But he's up slightly in most other categories, especially the ones based on hustle and effort.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And when you talk about Nick Collison, every team needs someone like him. He's focused, unselfish. He's that hard-nosed big with just enough skill to bite you when you forget about it.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Good on both. When you look at the roster of the Thunder from last year, Clark, they knew how to build from within.
Well, last season's roster, everybody but one player was either drafted or acquired via trade. That's a rare combo in the NBA.
Raiders against Stevenson. To the right side. There's the 3. Robertson can't hit. Memphis trailing here.
And guys, for the Thunder, listen, they're not a big market team. They've had to make sacrifices with money to stay competitive. They do a terrific job with the limitations that small market presents.
Tries a 3, but he stays with it. Here's Wright. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Time called here, the Thunder decide to talk it over.
And, as we've seen, success in the NBA can come in a lot of different packages. I mean, it can't happen without the big free agent signing or spending. It helps to draft a guy like Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, for that matter.
And really, the Grizzlies might have dropped to 5th in their West in the final week, but they were near the top for most of last season. Often could be found in that 2 spot.
Roberson kicks to Collison. Waiters, the shot's good. Collison making the play. And the Thunder lead by 1.
Timeout call for Memphis.
The Grizzlies did slip late in the West, Greg, as you said. Still, Clark, 35-17. That record in the conference was third best.
And even more impressive was the fact that the Grizzlies played their best when playing the other top teams. They went 16-11 against the other Western Conference playoff teams.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Memphis has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Pass to Stevenson. Over in the corner, Green. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Adams. No good from outside.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
And the Grizzlies shooting 56% in this first quarter, and outstanding.
Efficiently a team is operating, then their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Right side, Collison. Here's Waiters. Shot is off. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
While there's a chance, let's show you the teams that have thrived on the fast break this season. Second, the Thunder.
It's an entertaining style of play. And look, those are the baskets you want if you've got the legs for it. Scoring becomes a lot easier.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Last year, the Thunder were in a playoff battle all season, Clark. Their road record of 16-24, a big part of why they didn't sneak into the playoffs.
Well, when you're dealing with the kinds of injuries the Thunder had last year, it's impossible to be your best, and grinding out road wins is that much tougher.
He's off on the second.
And really with the Thunder and their road problems last season, both Phoenix and New Orleans had better road records than they did. And had the Thunder been tougher on the road, no doubt they would have made it in.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Green, the pass to Adams. Rejected by Collison. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Collison touched it last. White sets a screen. Out to the wing. Stevenson outside. Three-pointer. Scored the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
The Thunder had road trouble right out of the gate last season, guys. Only had 1 road win in their first 9 road games. They also had 4 different instances of 4 or more game road losing streaks last season.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. They've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. It's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
The Grizzlies shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Adams, he's checked in for Nick Collison. Both shots good from the stripe.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Yeah, not only the trips to the line are concerned, but the foul trouble also. You've got to play defense with your feet and do so without fouling.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Durant's checked in. Here's Green. And a miss there off the inbound.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Outside Durant. Now the feed to Adams. The kick out to Ilyasova. Bangs home the trifecta. Ilyasova's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Grizzlies lead by 4. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on a life growing up as the youngest of 18 children back in New Zealand. Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, got him outside of himself and toughened him up a little bit. No question about that. Wow, 18, that's mind-boggling.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, they've gotten the three-pointer to fall tonight as well. That's equally as important.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So the Thunder 5 right now. Steven Adams is out there with Durant. Then there's Victor Oladipo. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Cantor in at the 5. Thunder trailing by 4.
And Marc Gasol surprisingly nimble for a 7-footer. He really moves his feet well at both ends of the floor.
No coverage that time. 13 points for Kevin Durant. Memphis has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Left side, Parsons looking for Allen and gets it there. The 3. And Cantor pulls it down.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
And Adams kicks to Oladipo. Pass to Durant. And that one is stuffed right through.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
Westbrook against Conley. Kicked by Randolph. Conley dishes to Randolph. Here's Parsons. It's deflected. Second chance shot. And Gasol with the lay-in. Gasol's got 6 points. Thunder trailing by 3. Pass to Westbrook. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. And it's 8 points for Russell Westbrook.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Conley, the pass to Allen. He dishes it to Randolph. Allen kicks to Randolph. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Randolph's got his first 2 points of the night. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Westbrook dishes to Cantor. Can't hit. Good D by Gasol. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Parsons passes to Allen. But they get it back. Here's Conley. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Oladipo with the ball. And Allen picks him up defensively. And it's Westbrook missing. Grizzlies shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. Kicks it out to Parsons. Leaps for it, and that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Look at Oklahoma City. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And, of course, Memphis, 5.5 games behind.
And I think for Memphis, it's been a disastrous start to the season for them. They can't buy a win.
Yeah, and you know what? For a team that's desperately trying to get things turned around, this kind of start makes the job almost impossible.
Waiters, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Durant with a wide open look. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Memphis leading by 3. In the corner, Parsons with it. Back to Conley. Picked by Randolph. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Nick Collison's checked in for Oklahoma City. And we know the Marc Gasol was one of the most sought-after free agents this past summer. Clark, all along, most figured he'd be back in Memphis.
Yep, a winning team, max dollars. And don't forget now, he went to high school in Memphis while his brother Powell played there. He's where he belongs.
Marc Gasol, a first-time All-Star starter last season. He and his brother Powell both started in that game. The first time that's ever happened in league history, and having both those guys go head-to-head.
Collison, no good. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Conley against Westbrook. Conley kicks to Allen. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tony Allen. That's his first foul.
Oh, listen, no doubt you could argue Marc Gasol is the best center in the league right now. I mean, this guy does it all. Defends, rebounds, passes, scores. I mean, he's also a great teammate. They all love him. And to me, that matters in the big picture. When you're talking about developing chemistry and trust, sometimes the difference between winning and winning it all is whether or not your teammates like it.
Well, I tell you, the Grizzlies guys were really dominant in the first half of the season last year, but after the All-Star break, barely played above 500.
And Memphis would end up going 16-13 over the back half of last season. Down the stretch, they would only go 5 up and 5 down in the final 10.
Yeah, and Kevin, all those games so important as they jockeyed for position in the West. It was so fluid and volatile down the stretch. They could have been anywhere from a 2nd seed to a 6th on any given day, and they just happened to slump at the wrong time.
And so he hits both.
And really, last season, the Thunder came into the year as a popular pick to win the West. Of course, we know what happened in terms of injuries, and they ended up having them on the outside looking in terms of the postseason.
Cantor against Randolph. Parsons dishes to Gasol. 4 on the shot clock. And now it's Waiters running. He can go all the way. Oladipo, good.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
And all passes to Allen. Conley kicks to Parsons. Gasol's shot is good. Gasol's got 11 points. For the Thunder, their play against the rest of the West wasn't a huge problem as to why they missed the playoffs. And Clark, you know, they went 25-27 against the rest of the West.
Well, at first glance, that doesn't look too bad, but only 7 wins in those 29 games against the Western Conference playoff teams. With the talent the Thunder have, you still think of them as favorites in the West, at least one of the favorites in the West.
And he overshot that one, missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Gasol setting the pick for Conley. They double-team Conley. Gasol dishes to Randolph. Parsons on the wing. He's guarded by Waiter. Parsons' shot is off.
Even though he isn't having the best of game from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Takes a 3. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 5th rebound in this one.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Here's Parsons. That's in there. Conley with the assist. That's now 8 points for Chandler Parsons.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Clark, thinking back to when Mike Conley was drafted 4th back in the 2007 draft, 4th overall. He wasn't an instant star, but he has gotten better every season.
Yeah, it took him a little while. I mean, he was only a freshman coming out of college back in 2007. A slow start. He had to fight for minutes, grind away. The Grizzlies kept trying to get his replacement, it appeared, but he stayed the course, and now he's their franchise point guard.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Teams changing it up here. Thunder trailing by 6.
You know, you think back, Grizzlies contemplated trading Mike Conley early on in his career, and I tell you what, aren't they glad that cooler heads prevailed? I mean, his rise has helped propel them to one of the top teams in the Western Conference.
Collison's shot is good. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Stevenson outside. Shot misses. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way.
And Mike Conley may be the best player in the NBA never to make an all-star team. I really feel like it's unfair to call him underrated now, because if you go around our league, all teams respect what he's been able to do in Memphis.
It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Kicks it out to Stevenson. Puts up a 3. Payne grabs the board. And there's the call on Brandon Wright. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Here's Payne. He kicks it to Robertson. Ilyasova against Green. Ilyasova can't hit.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense. Active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
Oklahoma City trailing. Here's Payne. Kicks it to Waiters. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Collison against Stevenson. He feeds it to Green. They set the pick. And there's the pass to Adams. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Green. No good. And the Thunder going the other way now. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Waiters leading the charge. Roberson gets the bucket.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Adams outside. Traps in the tray. Adams has got 8. Thunder trailing by 3. To the middle. Here's Collison. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
Timeout called the Grizzlies.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
Thunder with some changes. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Collison. And Durant subbed in for Waiters. And so here's Memphis. Green, the screen. Memphis moving that ball around. Right. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
They get it back. Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Ilyasova.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Oklahoma City's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Well, Memphis loves the grit and grind mentality of this Grizzlies team. We all know that. They are at their most fearsome, I think, right here in the grindhouse.
No doubt about it. Some names just stick, and everyone here knows when you say grindhouse, you're talking about FedEx Forum. Memphis so strong in this building.
The Thunder shooting the ball at a 43% rate here in the second. Payne with it, now guarded by Stevenson. Shoots the 3, and Durant gets it to go. The assist from Payne. Payne's got his 3rd assist on the night.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
There's 1:26 left to play here in the second quarter. Wright sets a screen. Dishes to Green. Kicks it out to Stevenson. Goes up off the pick. Adams outside. Clock is at 3. Off the left rim and out.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And for long stretches of the season, the Thunder, they had a short bench early on due to injury and just having a short rotation. They did change things up, though, as they went through that regular season.
Well, for the Thunder, Greg, you're talking about, they did have to go to their bench more and more. And Clark, as the season wore on, their bench players were playing a lot of minutes.
Yeah, actually, they ended up in the top 10 in bench minutes played. The trades they made at the deadline helped bring depth to the team, and they took advantage of it.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
I tell you what, nice job making the most of their opportunities.
Right. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Clark, Brandon Wright was moving all over the league last year, all over the map, traded twice, once from Dallas to Boston, then again sent to Phoenix where he finished up the season.
Kevin, he was only with Boston for 8 games after the trade. He seemed to find a better home when he was with Phoenix.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Wright.
And for Wright, being traded twice, he's one of those players that is so efficient, but in small doses. So really the ultimate bitch guy to come in and give you minutes in the post.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
You know, I think that will ultimately be Wright's role going forward. A great bench option. Despite all the trades, last year he was still extremely efficient as a scorer.
Here's Durant. Another shot. Green with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Payne. .34 seconds left now here in the second. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tony Allen.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
The Thunder have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
And he can't get the first one. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
You know, Dave Yeager, the coach for the Grizzlies, has really become a big-name coach quite quickly. You know, he's worked his way up the Memphis coaching ladder and has had a ton of success early on in his career.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. They get it back. It's off his leg. And the ref's saying he kicked it. Both teams will make substitutions. We've got 13 seconds left here in the second. Here's Conley. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got 3 assists now in this one.
Man, oh man, you think about Mike Conley and how his shooting form has improved. I actually enjoy watching him shoot the ball now.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Oklahoma City out in front. They're up by 4. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, there was a point where you seemed to kick it into high gear. What changed as this first half progressed?
Well, we stayed with our defense. I think we were a little lazy in that first quarter. We just came out and made them shoot tough shots and rebound the basketball and get out and get some easy points.
Kevin, thank you so much. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 21 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, they committed to pounding the ball inside, and they were rewarded for it. Points in the paint. Those kept the defense honest because teams have gotten really good at running the three-point shooters off the line, so getting it inside was a good attack in the first half.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
Well, those second chance points are huge, and they only came because of their effort. Their work on the offensive glass is what's keeping them in the game. They definitely should try to continue to stay tough on the glass. It's been key so far.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And, you know, I'm not sure that he can continue to shoot the three as well as he has up to this point. He has been lights out.
You know, sometimes, Greg, you have those nights where the basket just looks twice as large as it is. Grand Canyon size. It might be one of those nights for him.
And so here's Memphis. And off is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Conley and Allen in the backcourt. And it's Parsons in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Dave Yeager. Feeds it to Randolph. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Some solid numbers once again for Zach Randolph with Memphis last year. He just keeps plugging away, grinding out, no pun intended, chugging along and producing.
Yeah, 16 points, about 10.5 rebounds for Zebo. I mean, he's a classic power forward and always gives you the numbers, even though he still plays under the rim.
And the first one drops.
And, you know, for Randolph, he's been in the league so long and still puts up double-double numbers. Averaged a double-double in 8 of his last 10 seasons. Remarkable.
So he gets them both.
And for Zach Randolph, at his experience level, to put up 15 and 10 or better, the last player to do that back in 1999. So it's a rare feat.
Stolen by Randolph. Memphis trailing here. And here is Conley. Randolph, a screen on Westbrook. Conley, the pass to Randolph. Shot clock at 6. Back to Conley. And Parsons kicks to Gasol. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Here's Westbrook. Adams, right side. It's rebounded by Memphis. Gasol's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Conley into the lane. It's good. This game is all even. Conley's got 8 points.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Oladipo dishes to Adams. Here's the teardrop. Gasol with the block.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Zach Randolph getting up there in his mid-30s, but his game has never been based on explosiveness. So it's all about strength, skill, and craft when you talk about Zebo, and he's aging gracefully.
That one misses. Thunder trailing by 3. Westbrook passes to Cannon. Parsons against Oladipo. There's the screen. There's the dish to Westbrook. Just 5 to shoot. Cantor. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And Randolph Clark can struggle in matchups against quicker power forwards of those spread 4s.
Yeah, but even though he struggles on the perimeter against those guys, he punishes them when he gets them inside in his operating area at the offensive end. Most big men have a hard time dealing with him in the paint.
Very good point. No good on the free throw.
Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder and finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for.
He hits the second from the line. And Kanter did play well with the increased minutes last season, Clark. Averaged a double-double after the trade.
I think it was a great fit for him in Oklahoma City. He still has work to do, but now that he feels like he's in the right environment, I think we're going to see that great potential of his start to come to fruition.
That shot wide open. And that's 13 points for Marc Gasol.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Look for Oklahoma City. Ilyasova comes in for Adams. And it's Waiters in for Kevin Durant. And Ilyasova kicks to Oladipo. Westbrook against Conley. The kick out to Oladipo. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 4 assists now tonight.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Now Conley. He's got 10. Here's Gasol. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Ilyasova's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
This game has a lot of character here in the third period.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action. A competitive, compelling matchup. A lot of lead changes here so far.
6 already. Intensity is the theme for this one.
The Thunder have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Westbrook with it. Zach Randolph covering. Pass to Canner. Ilyasova dishes to Oladipo. And the Thunder another 3. Here's Conley. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. It's blocked. Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, giving the defense all kinds of trouble.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Both teams deciding to change it up. They double him with Stevenson. Here's Roberson. He averages about 5 points a game. Raiders against Adams. Can't hit. And Memphis the other way now.
He has yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
We know Oklahoma City has the stars, the big names, the offensive flair. But, you know, Greg, this team, and you appreciate this, is a very tough defensive group.
Yeah, I think they've matured in that area. In the past, that wasn't always true. But last year, the Thunder really hung their hat on their defense. Top 10 in opponents' field goal percent.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. White's checked in. Will it go? And it's good on the way in. White's got 11.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
There's the pick. Kane kicks to Ilyasova. A three-pointer off the mark.
You know, when you look at the Thunder in their defense, it starts with the length they have on the perimeter. It also helps to have rim protectors backing them up on any drive.
Shot's good. Stevenson's got the game tied up here for the Grizzlies.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Ilyasova sets a screen for Payne. To the wing right side. That's good from Ilyasova on the assist from Payne. Ilyasova's got his third basket of the night.
And a final note on the Thunder defense. A lot of it is a mentality. They have guys that aren't scared to challenge shots. And they're a solid group that knows how to play tough team defense. That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
The Thunder leading by 3. Here's Roberson. And there's the feed to Payne. From outside, off the mark. The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Inside, here's Green, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
You don't need much range to hit from that distance, Kevin.
Oklahoma City's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Haters no luck.
It was rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Green, the screen. To the middle. And the dunk by Wright. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
You know what? You're right. Neither side has been able to hang on to the lead for any kind of time at all.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Now here's Payne. He's guarded by Stevenson. Payne kicks to Collison. Shot clock at 6. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 8th rebound here tonight. There's the pick. To the inside. And it's Stevenson finishing it off.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Here's Waiters, and the 3 ball is good. Waiters got 7 points.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going. And Dion Waiters traded last season to the Thunder. They wanted him as a shooting and scoring threat off the bench. Didn't want him to try and fill the void that Harden played when he was a member of the team.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. You know, Greg, for Waiters, it would be unfair for the Thunder to ask that of anybody. You know, that's tough to do. Clark, hard to make up what Harden had accomplished.
Yeah, and the Thunder even asked Waiters not to wear number 13 to avoid any comparisons, which I think was a smart move. But they still would like to have him provide some punch in terms of points off the bench.
For Memphis, they've gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Green, the screen. Pass to Adams. And Roberson pulls it down. Roberson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. The kick out to Ilyasova. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. Adams outside. Green, the screen. Adams, the pass to Green. To the paint, right. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Durant comes in for Dion Waiters. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Thunder.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
They've also jumped on any opportunity they've had to attack the basket tonight. I mean, excellent penetration.
Payne kicks to Ilyasova. Here's Roberson. Pass to Durant. Here's Stevenson. Up and in on the way. Stevenson's got 11 points.
Teammate better. That assist was right on target.
He's covered closely. And Durant, here we go. A floater. That three off the mark. Memphis leading. To the paint.
He has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Adams. And the layup's good off the glass. Adams has got his first 2 points.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Kicks it out to Stevenson. Right wing. Here's Adams. Gets hauled in by Ilyasova.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Payne gets a wide open look. The basket good off the assist from Durant. And the Thunder lead by 2. And for Memphis, they're shooting almost 60% from the field here in the third. They are really feeling it. Durant against Stevenson. Cannot hit. Nice D from Durant.
Oh, nice play on D. Got that hand in the face and prevented him there from getting an easy look.
Exactly. Alert and aware. Really reacted quickly to that shot attempt.
Here's Ilyasova. And it's right. Sending it back. And they'll keep possession. 5 on the clock. Here's Payne. The shot no good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. And it's Durant with the rebound.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Mike Conley's checked in for Memphis. Cantor checked in for the Thunder. Westbrook comes in for Payne. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Durant against Stevenson. Cantor with a screen on Stevenson. Fires for 3. A second chance effort. And Cantor with the lay-in. Good. Cantor's got 7.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. That's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. Decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
He got right to the cup using that screen. 10 points for him.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Now here's Westbrook. 8 points for him. Durant attacking. Good D by Stevenson.
Major defensive lapse right there. And he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Thunder lead by 2. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter, and if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Durant is out there with Steven Adams. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then there's Oladipo, and it's Cantor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
They throw good, Adams.
And, you know, guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. I mean, he'll draw the ire of opposing players just because of how he approaches the game.
And so Adams nails both of them.
Yeah, and guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I mean, I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way.
Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City, and the dunk by Westbrook.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And he gets it to go. 6 points for Tony Allen.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
Completely agree with that, Clark. They need stops and really can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are nice, high-percentage looks.
And Westbrook, here we go. That's good from Cantor on the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 5th assist in this one. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Outside Conley. He dishes it to Allen. Can't get it to go. Excellent D from Cantor. Nice shot by Randolph.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
And again, it's Oklahoma City. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Conley dishes to Gasol. He kicks it to Randolph. Parsons on the wing. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. Durant with some nice D. Outside Westbrook. Kicks to Cantor. It's Oladipo on the wing. In the corner, it's Westbrook. 5 to shoot. Offensive rebound. Here's Adams. They shoot again, and that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And that one's good. Durant.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Fires from 14. Randolph can't hit. Oklahoma City leading by 8. No good from Durant. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence. It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You look at Kevin Durant, and he does have a bit of an unusual body type. Still is fairly thin, even after 8 years in the league. Yet, up until last season, he'd been one of the more durable players in the league. Kind of like Reggie Miller in that regard.
Talking about Durant's physical makeup, some scouts were actually worried about his athleticism when he declared for the draft after just 1 year at Texas. At the NBA Combine, Greg, you were talking about this. He posted some of the worst numbers of all the top prospects.
He did, but I tell you what, he did blow people away with his length. 6'10", with a 7-foot 5-inch arm span. I mean, that makes up for a whole lot in this league. And as we've seen throughout his Hall of Fame career, I think it's worked out pretty nice.
I think it has too. We all know about Durant's injury last season. Strange, because he was the model of health pretty much before that.
He really was. I mean, just rarely missed extended time. And factoring he, along with Westbrook, two guys who have been really the model of durability. Health is something he nor the fans will ever take for granted again.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
You know, a quick note about Kevin Durant and his ability to stay on the floor. Prior to last season, he played in 97% of all games that he could have. That's high-level durability there.
Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, guys, over that last break, I listened to Dave Yeager address his team. He told his players, turnovers are killing us right now. We can't keep trying to make the home run play. Settle down, run the offense, and make the simple pass. Kevin, sounds easy enough.
And thinking about how much Durant has played, that 97% of games played is for international play and playoffs. That's an incredible amount of games that he's suited up for. You wonder if it just wore down his body.
Here's the three. It's rebounded by Memphis.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
Parsons' shot is off. Oklahoma City leading by 10. And Oladipo, here we go. Westbrook rejected by Gasol. That is good. Grizzlies have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Nobody near Parsons. Sinks the three-pointer.
This is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Westbrook pitch to Oladipo. Outside Durant. He feeds it to Westbrook. Looking for Oladipo. He gets it there. Allen with the rebound.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
Here's Oladipo. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 6 assists in the game. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Outside Conley. Outside Gasol. Wing. Westbrook against Conley. Out of hand on it. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor. Clock at 6. Gasol passes to Randall. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Heading into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Westbrook with it. Conley picks him up. Here's Adams. No good. Some solid defense from Gasol. Parsons outside. Here's the pass to Conley. Randolph, a screen on Oladipo. Conley kicks to Gasol. In the corner, Parsons with it. And the 3 off target. The Thunder leading by 9. Up the floor. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
To the inside, Randolph. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Oladipo dishes to Westbrook. It's rebounded by Memphis. Gasol's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Conley against Westbrook. Allen passes to Randolph. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there. We've watched Gasol play great basketball. He's got 13 rebounds and 3 denials. Excellent defensive presence on the glass and delivering some of that shot blocking skill too.
He has really just owned the paint. Well-rounded performance.
And that one falls for Marc Gasol. The Thunder leading by 8. Westbrook kicks to Cantor. Here's Oladipo. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
Conley kicks to Randall. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
Westbrook with it. They set the screen. Durant with the screen on Conley. Clock at 6. Durant dishes to Oladipo. The basket good off the assist from Durant. 17 points for Victor Oladipo.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Left side, Randolph. Stolen by Cantor. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way. Durant kicks to Westbrook. Stolen by Randolph. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Allen.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And, here, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. The first one falls.
He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down for Enes Kanter. He's got 10 rebounds, and what a tear he's been rejecting shot after shot.
Clark, he has owned the paint.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. The Grizzlies trail by 9. Allen with it, guarded now by Durant. Gasol, screen on Oladipo. Gasol goes in, can't get it to go. Nice D from Durant. Oklahoma City's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. No good off the back of the rim.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
When you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
Stolen by Randolph. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Offensive rebound. Here's Gasol. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Shooting for Memphis, Marc Gasol. 2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And in the past, the NBA had the All-Star break for just an extended weekend. Last year, they gave the players a full week off. It seemed to be received positively by everyone.
And so Marc Gasol nails both of them. The All-Star break in 2015 was just a bit over a week. Those extra days, Clark, for most players, really rested some guys up.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think it was a nice move. You play those 82 games, you need more than just a few days break during the middle part of the season, so I like that move a lot.
The Grizzlies trail by 9. The drive by Allen. Westbrook with the steal. Conley against Durant.
What a performance from Durant here. 31 points, and he's drained 3 3-point bombs so far.
Don't stop. Don't hesitate. Keep firing from out there when the shot's falling like this.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Durant hits them both. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
They're sending guys to the line way more than they should here. They need to play good position defense and avoid the reach-in sloppy fouls.
The Grizzlies trail by 11. Dishes to Gasol. And he goes in for the dunk.
That's how to orchestrate for your team. Terrific pass.
A timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Well, they were getting tired out there. A quick timeout gives them an opportunity to catch their breath.
So it's the Thunder now. And here's Westbrook. There's a screen by Cantor. Outside Westbrook. Feeds to Cantor. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Randolph's got his third rebound on the night. Conley against Westbrook. To the wing on the left. Randolph draws the double. And Oladipo pulls it down. Oladipo's got his fourth rebound in this one. To the left wing. Cantor, the pass to Durant. Can't cash in from the high post. The Grizzlies trail by 9. Here's Gasol. And Durant sends it back. And he recovers it. Conley with the 3. And Cantor pulls it down. Oklahoma City's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Outside Westbrook. The dish now to Oladipo. 6 to shoot. Down low. That's good from Cantor on the assist by Oladipo. And that's 12 points for Enes Kanter.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Conley hits to Gasol. Can't get it to go. And it's Oklahoma City the other way.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Oklahoma City.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one, Kevin, and then they do it again. It worked.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Greg, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And as we've come to expect, another big game tonight and an impressive exhibit for Kevin Durant. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Nick Collison's checked in for Cantor. Dion Waiters comes in for Steven Adams. Roberson, he's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. A steal, and they're moving it up. Will it go? And he lays it up and in.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
Now Payne. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Well, much will be made of the scoring that you had here, certainly. But can you describe or put a value on the contributions of your teammates?
Well, it's a team game. Everybody has to come to play. Everybody play hard in the second half. We stuck together, so we just got to continue to do that.
A solid all-around effort. Thank you so much. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant. He had just an outstanding fourth-quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
This was vintage Kevin Durant we saw tonight, fellas. Just tearing it up. He's got the most diverse set of skills out there from an offensive standpoint. There isn't anything he can't do. And defensively, he can do it as well. It's almost impossible to count all the ways Kevin Durant helps his team.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, you go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.